Jesus heals the man possessed by demons. Mark 5:1-5. So they arrived at the other side of the lake, in the region of the Gerasenes. When Jesus climbed out of the boat, a man possessed by an evil spirit came out from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the burial caves and could no longer be restrained, even with a chain. Whenever he was put into chains and shackles, as he often was, he snapped the chains from his wrists and smashed the shackles. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Day and night he wandered among the burial caves and in the hills, howling and cutting himself with sharp stones. So they get out of the boat and immediately have this confrontation with this demon-possessed man. We are told he lives out in the cemetery and that the spirit possessing him has given him superhuman strength. People have tried to lock him up and restrain him, but he just snaps the chains and runs free. Night and day, he is out there, crying in misery and even cutting himself. We aren't told if the demon made him cut himself, but it isn't hard to imagine that this poor guy was in such misery that he turned to cutting to find relief in a pain he could control. Mark 5:6. When Jesus was still some distance away, the man saw him, ran to meet him, and bowed low before him. As Brad pointed out the other day, even though he was demon-possessed, he still had the will and choice to come to Jesus. Mark 5:17. With a shriek he screamed, "Why are you interfering with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In the name of God, I beg you, don't torture me." For Jesus had already said to the spirit, "Come out of the man, you evil spirit." Then Jesus demanded, "What is your name?" And he replied, "My name is Legion, because there are many of us inside this man." Then the evil spirits begged him again and again not to send them to some distant place. There happened to be a large herd of pigs feeding on the hillside nearby. "Send us into those pigs," the spirits begged. "Let us enter them." So Jesus gave them permission. The evil spirits came out of the man and entered the pigs, and the entire herd of about 2,000 pigs plunged down the steep hillside into the lake and drowned in the water. The herdsmen fled to the nearby town and the surrounding countryside, spreading the news as they ran. People rushed out to see what had happened. A crowd soon gathered around Jesus, and they saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons. He was sitting there fully clothed and perfectly sane, and they were all afraid. Then those who had seen what happened told the others about the demon-possessed man and the pigs, and the crowd began pleading with Jesus to go away and leave them alone. Jesus is immeasurably stronger than demons. There is no contest, no comparison, no threat, no chance. God and Satan are not equals. They are not even close to being in the same weight class. Satan is like a gnat. Sure, he can be annoying and a distraction, but he is easily squashed. In one corner, we have the almighty creator of the universe who spoke matter into existence, wrote the laws of physics, imagined stars and all manner of creatures, who exists outside of time and always accomplishes his purposes. And in the other corner, we got this gnat who decided he wanted to be God. A being who was given an important position, but then got jealous and rebelled. A being who has no power to create anything, but only fabricates lies, illusions, and copies, bent on destroying anything God creates. There is no comparison. God utterly outpowers Satan, and we see this in every encounter Jesus has with demons. Every time They bow and obey at a simple command from Jesus' lips. He doesn't beg, plead, negotiate, or ask. He tells them what to do, and they must obey. It's his words that created their very existence in the first place. Jesus is immeasurably stronger than demons. The demons in this story actually beg to be sent into this herd of pigs. We see they can't even do that without permission, which leads to the third point. So don't be unaware, but don't be afraid either. Don't give the devil an open door. Instead, begin to break the stronghold and rebuke the works of the enemy. Begin to live truly free for God and help others do the same. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for our latest video updates.